I'm really excited for this week's Transfer Tuesday because I was able to do something I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do financially, of course. If you are new here, Transfer Tuesdays are just the day of the week that I've chosen to take a look at my finances to see if there's any money moves we can make in a positive financial direction. There are tons of people on the Transfer Tuesday bandwagon. It was made up, I guess you could say, by Mary's Mary over at Penny's Not Perfection, and it's just become kind of a fun trend. It doesn't matter what day of the week you want to use, whatever day works for you. It's just essentially a financial muscle that you have to flex to take a look at your money every single week and see if you can intentionally set a little bit aside towards your money goals. I talk about this all the time, including paying yourself first every paycheck. There is definitely some perception out there that people think, oh, pay yourself first means you're just like blowing all your money and worry about your bills later. No. I like pay yourself first in the aspect of your prioritizing your financial priorities and financial goals instead of letting money just slip away as it tends to do if you wait until the end of the pay period to see what's left over for saving or investing. It's generally going to be zero. You generally never really get to that point, so paying yourself first, make sure you do that up front and hit your goals out of the gate, and then prioritize your bills, and then spending with what's left. I don't know what fueled me to go on that rant right now. That's not what this is about, but I've just seen people lately kind of portraying the pay yourself first mentality as a negative, and people who do that are just blowing their money, and that's not it. At least in my case, and I know all of you as well, since you're here, you're trying to do better. We're not just blowing our money. Again, I don't know why I felt compelled to talk about that right now. It's just something I've been seeing on my feeds lately, and so about, people saying, well, maybe paying yourself first isn't the best because then you're not leaving yourself money to save and invest in. I think paying yourself first is saving and investing. So just a little tidbit of that. You can look at things however you want. It's all about what you make of it. But for me, financial goals are always the priority. This week is no different. I have 3 updates to catch you up from the last week since last Transfer Tuesday, and then one live transfer I do want to do today. So starting back on the 28th of April, it was a payday for me. I'm paid bi-weekly, so that was my second paycheck in April. Yeah, it must have been. Yes, because March was 3 paychecks right at the end there. So from that paycheck, I was able to allocate some money back towards my annual expenses. If you guys remember last week, I paid my car insurance in full because I found a different insurance that let me pay in full and offered a discount for letting me pay in full. With that discount, it brought it cheaper than the previous plan that I had. So I did switch that over, pay all of that out of my annual expenses, which was $657, and I was able to add all of that back to my annual expenses sinking fund from this last paycheck. So that was that $1,343 I had already in there, plus the $657. That gets that sinking fund back up to $2,000, exactly where I wanted it. So that is awesome. I spent that money in April and I was able to replenish that sinking fund immediately in April. So that makes me feel very good. I was not sure I was going to be able to replenish the full amount, but I was. So now I can move on. And then the next day, on the 29th of April, I got a Venmo notification that Jennifer had sent me $75 of direct support. And she says, thanks for sharing your debt journey on YouTube. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That is amazing. You guys know any direct support I get from Venmo, I move right away to my emergency fund. So we're going to be talking more about that in just a second. So stepping away from the emergency fund for a second and just giving a quick update on my student loan savings account. If you guys have been following, you know I have over $28,000 saved up for what I thought was going to be student loan savings. I'm still up in the air on exactly how I'm going to use that money, but I am saving it in a high yield savings account. It's a Capital One performance savings account, I believe, which is at 4 something, 4-ish percent, whatever. So I haven't been contributing to that for the last few months. I'm just letting it grow in interest. And since we did reach the end of the month, the account went from $28,891 that I had saved in there, plus $89 in interest that it gained in the month of April. I don't include change because it's just easier not to. Brought that account up to $28,980 saved in my student loan savings. Again, we'll see what I actually end up using it on. But now, back over to that emergency fund. We left that guy with $6,700 in there. So with the $75 from Jennifer via Venmo, that brings it up to $6,775. And then on the 30th, that account also gained its interest. And SoFi, gosh, what is it? I can't keep track of these percentages, you guys. I think it's 4.2. 4.2. Okay. So my emergency fund and my sinking funds, I have them all together sitting in SoFi, which is currently at 4.2% APY. So that account gained $33.31 in interest. I'm just calling it 33. And I'm just considering any interest gained go into the emergency fund. So that's $6,700 plus the $75 from Jennifer plus the $33 in interest. $6,808 is where that is at the moment. And you all know how I love my even numbers. I cannot leave it at that. I'm going to move another $92 right now. Whoops, forgot to save that screenshot. We'll just get that one. There, I'll put that up on the screen for you guys. Brings it up to $6,900. So close to $7,000. Yay! I'm so excited. I have a $10,000 goal overall for that account. So $10,000 emergency fund, $2,000 annual expenses, and $2,000 for car, vet, and medical. Essentially overall like a $14,000 emergency fund. So I only have $3,100 to go. So excited. In no small part thanks to you guys. You guys are amazing. Your support is so appreciated and so incredible. Even if just watching these videos, your comments are so lovely, and those of you who choose to support me directly, like I cannot overstate how much I appreciate you guys on this path. It is long, slow, boring for the most part, but that's how finances should be, in my opinion. We're not making rash moves or doing any fancy investing. We're just sticking to the tried and true, doing our best, building an emergency savings. You know, it's kind of like step one. I'm just doing things in weird order because I had my emergency fund and then it got taken away by my rental property. And it's been a whole thing. And that's the point of life, right? Is you have an emergency fund. Emergencies do happen. That's why your emergency fund's there, and it is okay to spend it. I know we're all having that struggle a little bit here and there when it comes to spending this money that we have actually saved up for these things. It's just when it comes time, it's really hard to let it go, right? I think we've all experienced that at some point or another. I've made a whole video about it. You can check out right here if you have not seen it yet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you guys made any money moves towards your financial goals, or give this video a thumbs up if you'd rather do that. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys very soon. I have my April budget review coming out in just a couple days, so look for that, and I will see you guys then. Thank you. Bye.